We're here at Scarpa with Dave, and next on the menu is the Ribelle Run. Dave, tell us more.
Yeah, kind of almost a legend in its own short lifetime, let's say, you know.
I guess its roots come from a legendary product within the mountaineering side of things as well. So how does this blend that mountaineering DNA and the running DNA into a single shoe?
Yeah, I guess a combination of several things, really. One, the fact that we've got kind of Marco de Gasperi on board, who we mentioned earlier. You know, he coming with all of that background of how to build an awesome trail shoe. But I think as well, the capacity to be able to look at what we're also doing elsewhere in the range and use some of that DNA and inject it into something that actually is capable of carrying that, and hence what you have with the looks and styles of this shoe.
So where would you say its intended purpose is? What's its most natural environment?
It's the mountain. I mean, there's no doubt, and that's exactly where Scarpa lives, you know, in terms of, you know, as a brand, I guess. But more than anything, it's across multi-terrain. So this shoe definitely, you know, as part of our collection, fulfills the role of being an all-rounder. Short to medium distance, so, you know, has the capacity to be used by most people out there, really.
And it's not afraid of a bit of rough or technical terrain either, is it?
Not at all, no. I mean, you know, and it gets that capacity to do that, I guess, through having that, you know, sort of mid-density EVA midsole in there, yeah.
Because having used these, albeit the men's model you've just got there, we've also got the women's model here, they are a really good all-rounder, because actually that level of cushioning they've got and the drop that they have, it's just an ideal, as you say, all-rounder. They're both comfortable enough to wear on actually slightly longer distance runs. We say middle distance, but I guess they're very versatile.
Yeah, they are, and you know, as you mentioned, you know, the drop on here. I mean, it's another 4mm drop shoe, but we get great performance from that. You know, it's tried and tested, but it has a good stack height. So, you know, 24.5 down to 20.5. So you've got great protection underfoot, you know, because of that, and a Praiser outsole again. So, you know, we've developed this outsole to be the best in its category. Great combination of rubber on here, but great grip at the same time with a 4mm tread.
And the other thing, having, you know, the first impression I got from them again was this sock fit, which is really kind of nice, luxurious, comfortable fit. But then alongside the lacing system, also provides a really precise fit that keeps your foot in place.
It does, and I think that kind of single pull, you know, lacing system's really neat to have. Not for everybody, so we actually supply a lace with the shoe as well. So if you buy a pair, it comes with a spare pair of laces, which you can rethread if that's your preference.
Old school and new school,
definitely.
both are kept happy.
Yeah. But equally, we've got a really nice mesh upper in here with this sort of TPU thermal bonded technology on here, which just creates a cage around the foot, which is fantastic on steep terrain when you're traversing.
And the other thing as well I noticed as well is things like, it's like that TPU, it actually feels like quite a durable shoe as well, because there is a lot of like reinforcement around the sides, which is what makes me think of the rockier terrain, or screes basically. It's just able to take that knock and the wear and tear that I guess a lot of running in the UK does. Yeah,
for sure. You know, and we need that. I mean, particularly, you know, you're talking about running in the lakes tonight. You know, it's ideal for that. But that offers protection, but does extend around the back of the shoe in a sort of tension band system, and that helps to hold the heel in place. So you're constantly being held just in the right place to keep that performance and stability.
And do you want to tell us a bit about the fit and the volume, for instance, maybe around the forefoot and the rest of the shoe?
Yeah, so what we've got here is a last which again holds the heel nicely, but at the same time slightly reduced volume in the forefoot to hold that foot right down in the middle, but giving a bit more space in the front. So, you know, overall, a really nice last for a wide range of foot shapes in there.
And I know that we chatted about the spin range and the spin collection earlier, which focus on longer distances by and large. These sit in an entirely different place to that, just in terms of that, as you say, they're more of an all-arounder for doing a little bit of everything, where the spin, I guess particularly the spin ultra and the spin infinity, are for those longer and ultra distance events.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we talked earlier, Dragon's Back type of event, you know, and those shoes are ideal for that sort of thing. Not to say you couldn't do that in a shoe like this, but ultimately it's designed for those shorter races,
Yeah.
you know. So if you're looking at 2-day events, maybe even, then an ideal shoe to give you that sort of reduced weight, but great performance.
Thing I think of are things like blend of running and scrambling, things like the Snowden horseshoe or something like that.
Yeah,
Having
yeah,
used the
yeah,
Ribelle
yeah.
runs, I think something like that would be perfect on that type of
Ideal.
environment.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking us through the Ribelle Run, Dave. If you at home want to find out more details about the Spin collection that we referenced earlier, check out the video here.